You know what? I'm feeling bored. Let's check out some more women-hating men.
There are some ways that I try to inconvenience men in my daily life. And before people comment that I'm a man-hating woman and this is why men don't like me and are mean to me and this is why men hate women, it's actually not why. Because I tried to be nice to men and I tried to make them understand how their actions have consequences and it didn't work. So now I'm treating them the way they treat everyone else.
Wait. So you actually said it yourself. You're saying that, hey, you hate or whatever men and men hate you and this is why they leave you hate comments and all this stuff. And what you're saying is, men hate me because at first I was, being nice and cool and chill with them, but now I'm treating them the same way they are treating me, which was presuming trash. And now because you're treating them like trash, now they're hating you. Well then, if I were you, I would, go back and think about, why were they, treating me like trash when I was nice with them? Like, there's amazing YouTube psychiatrists like the Healthy Gamer GG. I love this guy. And if you have the money and time, maybe consult with people like this and not just, jump into some crazy conclusions. It's something deeper, okay? It's not that stupid as you're about to say.
The first one's very simple, and I've heard people talking about this on TikTok, and I think it's so important as a woman to start doing this for yourself and for society at large, especially if you live in a walkable city or if you're in a crowded place like an airport. You have to watch where you're going, move out of people's way. In my experience, men don't tend to do that, especially if they're walking in groups. They expect you to move out of their way, and if they're on their phone, they're not looking because they expect everyone to move out of their way. And so I don't do that anymore. Instead, I walk as straight as possible if I think that a man is going to run into me. And if he doesn't move out of the way at the last minute and runs into me, I glare at him because I think they learn. They have to learn.
I mean, listen, I don't think this is a man problem. This is just a human problem. This has happened to me as well. Like, I'll be walking down the street, road, whatever, and there's a group of teenagers going home from high school. They're all right next to each other, like 5 of them. They're taking up the whole sidewalk, and I'm one person. Like, am I supposed to jump over them? Obviously not. And they still, just don't go side to side and one behind the other so that we can pass by easily. And I get it. Sometimes I thought, well, this guy acted like, or this woman acted like a douchebag, but this isn't a man or a woman problem. I've had this situation with both men and women, and you're just making it a way bigger problem than it is women. Like, also just not going side to side, just not trying to like maneuver between the guy and just looking at him like, every single day we're seeing news of, feminists, women, I don't care. It's valid news, okay, of women complaining, or news of some crazy douchebag that has, raped or done whatever crazy stuff to a random girl, young or old, doesn't matter. And now this is what you're saying? Now you're contributing, now you're telling other women, hey, if a random guy isn't going to the side because they're feeling themselves, they'll feel like they're the shit. No, you're gonna walk right straight to them and look them in the freaking eyes. It's like, okay, what if this guy is a serial killer? What if this guy is, a crazy drug addict or whatever? Like, what if he hasn't done any criminal stuff, but it is just that his bad day is so horrible today, he just chooses all of a sudden to, do some crazy stuff on you. Like, chill out.
The next one is actually more of a movement that I'm starting with a hashtag and everything. Like, it's 2016. Like, I'm serious about this. And it's manspread back. I live in New York, so I take public transportation every single day. And I have started to notice how men sit versus how women sit on public transportation. And I'll give you an example of each. Typically, women are trying to put their legs together to make themselves smaller, their bags are on their lap, to let other people sit down, right? Because it's a public space for everyone. More often than not, when a man is sitting down on public transportation or anywhere else, he's sitting like this, at least like this. Sometimes it's worse, sometimes there's a bag next to him. Either way, he's not thinking about how much space he's taking up because he's never been told he's had to. That's why if a man is manspreading next to me on the subway, get one of these, I put my knee over his leg. Oh yeah, 2 can play at that game. 2 can play at that game. and there's a heel on my boot, so I would watch out.
I mean, listen, you're not the main character, okay? Not every man or woman and their actions are just meant to like ruin your day and not have any space to like sit in. And listen, if a random guy or woman, doesn't matter, if they have their bag right next to them on the seat, yeah, it's pretty fair to tell them, hey, can you, remove your backpack? You can hold it, you can put it on the ground because I need a freaking sit because I'm a human being and that's a bag. That's fair enough. Like, if I was doing that, sure. I am actually being a piece of shit and you should be sitting down. Sure, but the way she said that men are, intentionally, spreading their freaking legs, like the way I'm sitting sitting right now, I just started smiling because I am sitting spread up like crazy, like I'm waiting on some gay ass shit to happen. I gotta pause over there. But no, us men, we don't really do that stuff because we want to ruin your day. We do that stuff because we have a bulge, like we have stuff between our legs. Then get in the freaking way. And even though mine is pretty minute, it still gets in the way. It's how many times have you seen a man cross his legs, like the way they cross their legs, like this? This is the knee, and they put the knees right on top of each other. Like, I'm not able to do that stuff. Like, I'll break my leg. And no, it's not because of the bulge. I've seen a lot of men be able to do it. Most of us are not that flexible, okay? And also, I know it's seen as more masculine to, take up more space, and it's seen as more feminine to, take up less, to close your legs. But also, let's think of it outside of public transport and more broadly. Do men wear dresses and stuff? Well, in recent years, no, but usually, most of the times, women are the ones wearing dresses and stuff. And let's put it this way: if a man is wearing a dress and he manspreads, that's gonna be freaking disgusting. Okay, I don't wanna see that stuff. Please keep your legs closed. But if in public transport or wherever else, in a restaurant, anywhere else, if a woman is wearing a skirt or a dress and she spreads her legs and you can like see stuff, you're gonna get the opposite reaction, especially from men when it comes to, if you're a woman in a skirt manspreading compared to a man in a skirt manspreading. This girl has some internal problems thinking that, everyone's out to get her, men are out to get her. It's not that big of a deal. It's not. If a man is, manspreading way too much, and there's no space for you, just tell him. Just trust me, as a man, I've been told that. I was sitting like this on my phone. I mean, my arms were on my legs, and the girl right next to me told me, "Hey, can you make some space?" And I was like, "Oh, sure, no problem." And I made some freaking space. You know why? No, it's not because I'm not the normal everyday guy. I am. It's just because I'm a normal everyday human being, and normal everyday human beings are gonna leave you some freaking space.
What I have for you today, like the rest, very simple but incredibly effective, and that's just reminding men how loud they're being. Again, often something they don't think about because they've never had to, but they often should. Just last night, I was walking with my friend, leaving a concert, and there was a group of guys behind us that was yelling so loud, like for no reason. Like they were walking in a line right next to each other, and one of them was just screaming because he didn't feel like he had to be ashamed of what he had to say. Isn't that crazy? So I often in this situation will tell men, we're right here. That's a good one. Or, let's take it down a notch. So let me know if there's any I should add to my list.
You know what? That last one, fair enough. Like, fair enough. When I was in high school, a lot of teachers told me, Demeter, your fucking voice is freaking horrible. Sometimes in the morning when I get out of bed, and usually in my first class in high school, my voice would be so like disgusting and grumpy and stuff. And I would speak so loudly, like I have to lower the voice stuff, voice settings on my videos when editing them. And because I do speak kind of loud. And even to this day, when I go out with my parents or with a lot of my female friends, my male friends don't really give a flying F, but a lot of my female friends, cousins, my mom especially, they warn me all the time, man, you're way too loud. Like, chill out. Are you trying to prove a point or something? And I'm like, no, that's just me speaking normally. And I do think it's more of a, you know, human thing, not a man thing. But I can see your point. Most of the times, it is men. And you know, throughout most of my life, I never really give the flying cap about this. And now I work as a software engineer, and a lot of the times when we have to, you know, give a presentation to, you know, clients, a manager, or just explain something to other people about our product, whatever it is, a lot of the times they like me as a choice to, you know, be the presenter. Why? Because I'm loud, because as she said, well, I'm one of those guys who I'm not really shy. I really don't care if I like stutter or just, you know, say something dumb and I have to retry the sentence. It's fine. I don't really care. I can make a joke out of it. But a lot of the times women are not that way. It's not that most women working in my company are way smarter than me because they've been working there for way longer and I'm not that experienced. But I'm just more loud and out there, and that's it. And you know what? As a man watching this video, what I would say to this is, women, if you have a man that's way too loud, I mean, I hope that if you tell him over and over again, he'll, like, you know, try and read situations where you feel uncomfortable, and well, he will, lower his voice. But when he's with the boys, in the gym with the boys especially, it's yeah, that rule is, it's not in his head. And you know, try to use it in your benefit. And I'm not meaning it as an evil thing. I'm just saying it as a, you know, ordering stuff, or, you know, just situations where you would benefit from having someone that's, you know, a little bit louder. That's about it. It's not really a bad thing, but I can see where, because I've experienced it many times, and a lot of people from my family and friends have, you know, complained. I can see it. Either way, most of the stuff she said was incredibly dumb. And the best advice I can give is communication. Us young people, we forgot how to communicate. And I can't believe someone as dumb as me, a dumb Balkan ass Slav, has to tell you this stuff. That's about it. Have a nice day. Communicate more, and don't be this dumb.